we're going to be talking about Python Append. Now, what this means is that you're going to be able to add something to the end of your Python list. You can add a dictionary, a string, a float, another list, or an object. You can add anything you want. Well, maybe not anything, but you can add a lot of different things to a list within Python. And you're going to do this via .append. So let's take a look at how this goes. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to define a list with a few items in it. Great, so I'm going to call my list, and I'm going to say my list contains, we'll just say, 4 different items. And you can tell it's a list because of the square brackets that go around it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an item to the end of the list via .append. And the way that this works is you're going to go my list .append, and then let's add 5 to the end of this list. And then what I want to do is I want to view the output. And to do that, I'm just going to call my list. Cool. So you can see my original list had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I just added a 5 to it, and 5 gets put on to the end of it. Okay. And you can actually add a lot. Add a lot of data types to your list. And so in order to do this, let's go ahead and let's make a bunch of different data types. I'm going to actually copy and paste these. But first I'm going to make a dictionary because you can see the curly brackets with my key and my value. I'm going to make my list 2, which is just another list, 10, 11, 12. My string, which is my string exclamation point. And finally my float, which is a number with some decimal points on it. So I'll go ahead and define those. And I'm going to say my list dot append my dict. And then let's take a look at my list. And there we go. So not only do we have the 5 that was appended beforehand, but we also have this dictionary within the list right now. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and just add everything else that we had beforehand. And I'm just going to do these in succession. Append my list, append my string, append my float, and take a look at my list. So we have the 5, we have the dictionary, we have another list, we have my string, and we have our float. And that is Python Append. And also, Append is going to be used in a ton of different libraries and really other languages in general. So you'll see this in Pandas and you'll see this in NumPy. And so if you want to add something to the end of your list, Python Append.